everyone, my name's Annie and this is Jack from Coaching in Schools. We're working from home today because of the government's directive last night. So as a member of our community, I just wanted to share with you how we at Coaching in Schools are responding to the coronavirus situation so that you understand how it affects you and your coaching program or your planned program. So first of all, before I explain that, I just want to quickly say these are exceptional circumstances, aren't they? And I know how much pressure you're under in schools, and head teachers, senior leaders and all school staff that I know have been doing a fantastic job in terms of pulling together, looking after the children and also supporting the vulnerable members of their community who are self-isolating. So thank you so much for all you're already doing. And that's really the theme for us at Coaching in Schools as well. It's really about supporting each other. We want to support you as much as possible. So here's what we're doing. First of all, if you are on a coaching program, a face-to-face coaching program, all events are now on hold. They are officially on hold because we need to keep you safe. And that's the most important thing. We want to keep you safe. So that's what we're doing. What you can do is, in the meantime, whilst it's on hold, log into your online resources that we've put aside for you and explore them. I know some people say, oh, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Use this time to tap into the online resources and also use the time to consolidate your skills. Sometimes people think they can only coach in school, and that's not true. You can coach outside of school. So if you're self-isolating with a member of your family, you could potentially coach them. Or you could coach somebody on the phone, or you could coach them via video call. So there are lots of opportunities for you if you're currently on a program to really consolidate your skills and to get as good as you can be ready for that next session so you can then pick it up from there. If you are a member of our online training community already, so you're doing an online training program, life for you will pretty much continue as normal as far as your coaching program goes, because obviously you just log in and you work your way through the online training, don't you? So you can just do that at your own pace. You can also, if you're on VIP, still book in your VIP calls because those will still take place when you schedule them. So make sure that you book in your VIP calls as well. What I would say to you is the most challenging bit is obviously the practical side of things, isn't it, on the coaching. So make sure that you get your coaching practice in so that you don't get rusty. So keep practicing. If you're on the part where you need to be doing that practical and implementing it, find somebody to practice on. Even if it's outside of school, it doesn't matter. Like I said before, you can coach on the phone and you can coach via videos. So one little tip is we use something called Zoom. Now, if you Google Zoom, zoom.us, what you'll find is it's a fantastic video platform. We've used it for years and I can highly recommend it because it's great for video calls. But the other thing you can do is there's a little record function. So you can potentially press record. So if you're at the point where you need to submit an assessment, that's quite useful because you can record yourself coaching somebody, then obviously do all the checks that you need to do and then upload it onto the system ready for your assessment. So that's zoom.us. What about if you've got a program booked and it's due to take place in the next few weeks or the next few months? Well, obviously at this point, none of us know how long this is going to go on for. We're thinking it might be a little while, but if your program is affected, if your event is affected by coronavirus, then we will reschedule that for you. Now, as you know, with our terms and conditions, we do usually charge for rescheduling because rescheduling actually does cost us quite a lot of money to do, but we're not going to do that this time. If it's affected by coronavirus, we will take the hit ourselves because we want to be able to support you as much as possible. So there will be no charge for rescheduling due to coronavirus. So if your program is affected, we will contact you and reschedule that once we know that it is safe to do so. Alternatively, if you're actually hoping to get started sooner rather than later, then we will offer you an online alternative if that's something that is an option for you. So if you'd like that, then contact us. We can talk to you about that if you want to get started now whilst you're maybe working from home, or you've got more time to be able to do that. So try and see it as an opportunity to be ready for when things do get back to normal, so that obviously you can then hit the ground running when schools are back and settled. What about people who are wanting to book? Those are probably the last group of people in our community that I want to talk about, because I know some people have contacted us and said, well, what happens to us? Do we dare book it or not? Well, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and book it. We are taking bookings from September onwards, not for before that, because obviously we need to make sure that we can reschedule those people who are currently booked. But if you want to book from September onwards, that is absolutely fine. We can take your booking. Again, bear in mind, if it needs to be rescheduled because of coronavirus, we will reschedule that at no cost to you. It just means that you are higher up the queue in order to do that, because obviously we know that you want to get started as soon as possible. Again, alternatively, look at what's available for our online stuff. We can talk to you about that, because there's various online things that you may or may not know about. So we can talk to you about the options that are available for you, if that's something that you'll find useful. If you've got any questions, or if you'd like to have a little bit more information, please feel free to either comment or email me, and I will do my best to answer them. In the meantime, please stay positive, stay safe, and let's keep looking after each other. You take care.